Now, scores and highlights from under the front lights. This is Friday Night Fever, brought to you by Kelly's Carpet, Omaha.
Hi again, everybody. It's the final week of the regular season for 6 sports. You've got the fever, and we got the games tonight, too. Coming up, we start with a showdown in Class A, matching 7-1 records for the Bulldogs and Thunderbirds. Playmakers in the purple offense go right to work. Joe Dolenchek to Shane Smith. He tightropes in to make it 7-0. Next, he finds Evan Kaiser on the out route. He doesn't score, but he looks good on the 21-yard gain, 14-0. Later, Tyler Chadwick runs for his life, finds Stephen Eloy, 21-14 at halftime. It's a 7-point game again in the fourth quarter. James Burks gets the rock for Burke, and he's in for 6, 28 all. The T-Birds get a bit of luck on offense. Dolenchek to Jacon Ducker. He bobbles it but hauls it in for the score. 35-28 home team. Burke goes driving with another minute left. He's tackled, but he doesn't keep possession. The fumble ends the ball game. And the final score, Bellevue West 35 and Burke 28. What a showdown. The fever now continues in Class A with several teams hoping to improve their playoff seed. Ross Jernstrom has more on the Creighton Prep Junior Jays battle with the Rockets. Rossi?
Hi, Webbs. Good to see you again, my friend. Creighton Prep will finish with a 6th straight winning season tonight, taking down Lincoln Northeast. Creighton Prep head coach Tim Yonk tried to fire up the Junior Jays. In the first quarter, Lincoln Northeast punts away. Prep's Thomas Corpus fields the ball to 34, and watch him find an opening down the far side. He goes 30 yards down to the 31-yard line of the Rocket. A few plays later, Prep's Alicia Burtz busted up the middle from 3 yards out for the touchdown. The Junior Jays took a 7-0 lead. Later in the first quarter, Prep's Luke Sims takes the ball over the right side, and he rambles 16 yards for the touchdown. And the final score was Creighton Prep 63 and Lincoln Northeast nothing. Up next, a battle in Millard with my Mustangs and the Patriots. About 6,000 fans for this rivalry at Buell Stadium. Two legendary coaches, Millard North's Fred Petito and Millard South's Andy Means. The Mustangs led 13-0, but the Patriots answered with this pass from Andy Reel to Ryan Lawrence across the middle for a 15-yard touchdown. Millard South still trailed 13-6. Then Millard North went to work. Cade Elwood pitches the ball here to Spencer Weber, and check out this run for 20 yards. A few plays later, Elwood punched it in from the 1-yard line for the touchdown, and the final score, Millard North 34, Millard South 14. Both teams are now 5-4 on the season. Dave, you remember those Millard rivalry battles, don't you?
I don't remember Weber carrying the ball, though.
I remember that, too.
Thanks, Rossi. The playoff picture is getting more and more clear tonight. That's not all from Class A. We got Papillion La Vista South versus Omaha Central. Up and down years for both of these teams. Jalen Harris is back to punt, but it goes awry. He scoops it up and does what he can. Throw it away, but it's picked for an interception. He passes on the punt. Later, the Titans play fake works so well, the cameras fool badly. 7-0 Papillion La Vista South. Central does get on the board, though. 3rd and 20. The draw is all they need. DJ Ware Johnson, but Papio South pulls away. The final score, Titans 35 and Central 7. Up next, North Platte's Bulldogs are out east at Omaha Bryan. Bryan hoping to end the year on a 2-game win streak. The defense trying to do its part early. Alejandro Honejosa gets the sack, forces a Bulldog 2nd and 12, but they'd convert and later turn it into points. Malik Lillard takes the rock up the middle and outraces him. 7-0 North Platte. After a tossing score, comes in an unusual way, bounces off the receiver's helmet. Bryson Kroll still pulls it in. The final score, 35-6 in favor of the Bulldogs. Be sure to check out tonight's highlights on the Channel 6 News app. The scores are loaded as they come in. And more scores for you. Westside handles Norfolk 38-7. Fremont edges out Papillion La Vista 39-36. Omaha Scud ends the regular season on a strong note. 56-13 winners over Bennington. Roncalli rolls against Ralston 45-7. Norfolk Catholic pulls away from West Point Beamer 49-21 to finish unbeaten. Ponca hands Hardington Cedar Catholic its first loss 20-0. The Fever is still sweeping the Metro tonight. We got more highlights from under the lights. Some of the top teams in the state in action in Lincoln after this. Hey, back with more Friday Night Fever on this final night of the regular season. Some of the best teams in Omaha went to Lincoln to win their season. And back for the second time this show, Ross Jernstrom joins us again with more highlights, Rossi.
Hey, Dave, all the action was in the capital city. Millard West traveling to Lincoln High. The Lynx are 8-0. The West been dominant the last month. Frazee Wynn comes up here. Watch him go up the middle for the touchdown run, and that makes it 7-7. Then Millard West comes back. Gianna Guido to Brody Bell, and Millard West takes the lead 14-7. 4th and 7. Good pressure by Lincoln High, and Guido keeps the play alive, finds Hunter Chernell, and it's 21-7 at halftime. And the final score, Millard West wins 28-17 over Lincoln High. The big one, Omaha North is seeking another unbeaten regular season. A win would give the Vikings 2 straight 9-0 campaigns. First quarter, no score, North driving. Passes batted, Joe Pfeiffer comes up with the pick, and Pius would capitalize. Austin Jablonski swings it out to Joe Ron, and Ron pulls up the pass. It's on the money to Will Spethman. Some trickery action in week 9, 7-0 Bolts. We move ahead in action. 4th quarter, Pius hanging on to a 7-point lead. Chris Cassidy giving the Bolts some breathing room, 28-14 Pius. Pius holds on in this one, and the final score, look at this one, folks. Lincoln Pius 28 and North 14. Big upset down there in the capital city. We have more scores tonight, Dave.
Wow, Rossi, that's a heck of a game. Yeah, more scores. Boys Town over Douglas County West, 27-7. Elkhorn runs away from Mount Michael, 56-0. We'll have even more scores and highlights from Creighton Volleyball next. We're back with you on Friday Night Fever with more highlights to get to. Nebraska Volleyball back home tonight. Huskers have won 6 straight against Northwestern. First set, it's Annika Albright. Big kill. Wildcats never really had a chance. Still in the first set, Michaela Fecke is playing all 6 rotations. Back row slam. Boy, she's tough. 2019 Big Red. Huskers win the first 25-20. In the second, it's the lefty Jazz Sweets hit. Too hot to handle. Huskers get the sweep easily. They get Illinois on Saturday. Creighton hosted St. John's today. The Jays entering the match having won 8 straight against the Red Storm. Creighton led 2-1 in the 4th when the Jays' Marissa Wilkinson slammed one down for the kill. She finished with 12 kills on the day. Creighton's Taryn Clough grabbed another 10 for herself, including this one where she fought off the Red Storm block. The Jays' defense showed life as well. Creighton's Naomi Hickman denied the St. John's attack later in the set, making it a 13-8 lead for Creighton. And CU's Jaylee Winters finished the game. A game-high 13 kills, one of which helped seal the deal. Final score, Creighton 3-1 over St. John's. Jays now 15-5 on the season. UNO hockey's home opener came against Arizona State tonight. Slap shot in the first. Tyler Vessel gets a chance, but his follow-up is deflected over the net. Luke Nogard lights the lamp for the first of the year. Backhander gives his senior his first this season. Mavs go on to win it 5-1, and they'll finish the weekend tomorrow night. State cross country back out at Kearney Country Club. Millard West continued its reign. Gabrielle McGinn wins in 18 minutes 49 seconds. The Wildcats win the team title 2 in Class B. Gretna places 5th, but Maisie Larson wins in 19 minutes 20 seconds. Papillion La Vista South and Omaha Scott won the boys' A and B titles. And more scores for you. Wahoo wins a battle of the undefeateds, beating Bishop Neumann 13-0. Thomas Jefferson just barely lets one go against Hoover. The Huskies top the Yellow Jackets 56-55. That's Friday Night Fever. Remember, tonight's scores are on our news app and WOWT.com right now. The highlights are being loaded as we speak. Have a great weekend. Tomorrow, the Huskers are off, but the Hawkeyes will head to Evanston to take on Northwestern. Now to meteorologist Peter Sherwood for a final look at the weather.